Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video we're going to talk about how to generate random numbers. So with that said, let's code this. Alright, so let's just get started. And I have here the Wikipedia page open to show you how we're going to generate those random numbers. And we're going to use a linear feedback shift registers, or known as the LFSR. Which here in the first line pretty much describes this perfectly, meaning it is a shift register. We're going to use a shift whose input is a linear function, which is the linear part of its previous state, and this is the feedback. So perfectly explain what it is. Of course, we're going to use commonly used exclusive OR over here. If you remember, the 6502 is pretty much I describe it, you can have one or the other, but never both. That's why the outside is red and the inside is not highlighted, so that a perfect visual representation of what an XOR is. And what a linear feedback shift register, or LFSR, is pretty much a pseudo number generator, and pseudo means fake in a way. So pseudo numbers is a fake random that's generated by a linear function, but it's going to give us the illusion that something is real. I don't think you can generate real random numbers in computer regardless. I think every kind of random generated number is a pseudo number, but that's what a LFSR is in a way. So there's two approaches to doing that. First, you can use the spiceware method, which requires two random values, but I was reading, it's really well made, especially if you're going to use a 16-bit value. And it's pretty much, here you have these two ren8 and ren16 made, and you're going to initialize them right over here with those values over here. And so for example, here he's loading the value, ren8 is going to do a left shift, so that left shift goes to the carry, and then it's going to rotate that. So whatever was in the carry is going to go over to the left as well, another rotation. And then it's going to do over here, it's going to see if the carry is set, otherwise do a exclusive OR, EOR, of this value. And then we're going to store the value and to this new, to our current random, first random 8 bits. And then if I have a random over here, if const, if you have been using this, you're gonna do another exclusive OR. So in this way, we get a little bit more of a random values, if you will. But you also have this other method over here that we have by white flame, which goes really into the details how the whole thing works, and it does. In me testing both of them, they almost seem identical. Not identical. This 16-bit method does seem to have a little bit more random, but I don't notice that much of a difference. But I'm gonna call both of them, and you're gonna check which. Well, I'm gonna be using this for my game, the Steinfest 8-bit pseudo random numbers by White Flame. But I'm gonna start with this one, and then I'll just go back over here just to show you. And you can test both of them yourself and see which one you want. But I'm gonna start with the spiceware method, then I'm gonna go to white flame method. This is the one I'm gonna use. Both of them is gonna be pretty quick to set up anyway. So let's come down over here to our code part. Here's that. Here's our subroutines, which you're gonna set up. So let me try cat random. Call it red random and return from subroutine. Let me come over here. So here it is. You're gonna load ren, and to do this method, spiceware, you're gonna create another one, ren16. What do you mean? DS1. So both of these values. Let me come back over here. ren16. And then right over here, you're gonna do a left shift. And here you're gonna do a if const So rand 16. So if you have this defined or not, so if you don't have it, it's not gonna do this part. And here is gonna do a rotate left with that value. So we're always going left. And let's do something like this, so we know it is over here. Got that part down. Then you're gonna do branch queries clear. You're gonna no exclusive for. Let me copy this. Copy over here. And then here ER. The value was a B4 if I remember. B4 exactly. And this value can be changed. You can change these values if you see it fits better on your game or not. And all of this is pretty much a resetting some, so I don't know if this is the actual number, something like this. I'm gonna do an exclusive for of this value, so it can't be 1, it can't be 0, so there's combinations. So this almost like a 50-50. So we can change these values to give a different input, different random numbers, but I believe the right was tested out and this was the better results. But you know, I'm not sure not really sure, but you can try it out that as well. But I'm gonna just stick with the method that Spiceware is using, which was that is the code used by Atari Basics, which is a software which can use basics to create Atari games. So back to the code over here. So you're gonna store that you ran, like, and then oops, going everywhere over here. They're gonna do another if const rand 16 and another exclusive for, I think, ER to rand 16, and that's pretty much all we need to do. Besides, come over here, choose, I'm gonna load whatever's on our timer. It's gonna be a random value. Generally, when you start your consoles, it's gonna do this clean start to clean out those random variables. My bad. And however, the intern clock is gonna be won't be cleaned out by this. You could create your own clean start if you want. Skip a variable and just store it into your load-in. But I'm just gonna use the whatever random value already was stored on your timer over here and start that you ran. And it's gonna start with 27 over here to rand 18. Doesn't really matter. Save this. So let me come over here and do our jump to subroutine. Let's see, get random. That's what I call it. Get random. Let me come save this. So here it is, my random values. So this is my random values. Since this is the first rand and this is rand 2. So this is the value that we're getting, the rand 16. So that's why it's first rand 8 or just rand on our code, and this is rand 16. And as you see over here, every frame I'm getting a different value over here. So whoops, come over here. So 200. So it is a bit of a random value, but you can almost see it as the pseudo, the fake element of it. So it's almost like it is increasing and decreasing. So you can almost see the fake values, but the user is never gonna know. So this is how I get this value over here going. So let me come back over here. So let me delete this part over here. Delete this part over here. And come over rand 16 and delete this part, and just gonna use the other method. So that method is pretty much almost the same. That one is doing a left shift, or is decrementing. That's why I said you can almost look the pseudo part of it, and this that if it's a 0 value, which is possible since you're loading the timer happens. And here we're going to do a exclusive OR, do ER. Just copy over here and put it over here. Do ER. If everything, then we're going to do a arithmetic left shift. So it's going to keep the 1 on the highest bit. And then we're going to do another branch equals 0 to no ER. No exclusive OR over here. And then pretty much like all random generators, they're going to branch if the clear is set. If the carry is set. No ER, I believe. So here's going to do our ER. And like this is a value over here, ER 11. Actually, copy this. Because they're already messing around over here. So let's do this. Exclusive OR. And what a value you have over here? That's 1D. And here, I believe, are we doing the store to ran? Or if it's equal 0, come over here, do ER. So you're getting this value. Otherwise, you're gonna do arithmetic left shift. Remember, arithmetic means you're gonna keep the highest bit. If it's 1, it's gonna stay a 1. And here we're gonna do branch equals 0 to no OER to make because there's a possibility of doing this shift is going to be called 0. And you're also gonna do a no ER in case the carry is clear. And that's how I gonna get our random values over here. So let me run this. Excuse me. And let me click over here. Let's see the values over here. So here it is. You can almost see it as well, the value increasing. So see we're doing a arithmetic left shift, but we are getting a few more, some random numbers over here. And there's, as you see, it is a little bit more on the higher end, but it does generate a bunch of random numbers that we want over here. So now I'm gonna have to make the decision which version of this random generator you like. So for now, I'm gonna stick for this because it does save me one more RAM space. I might switch, might not. I'm just gonna keep doing the game. If I feel like the random generator is not good enough and I do have more space, I'll switch it back to the spiceware, which is the Atari basic method. But for now, it's good enough for our develop mode. And we're gonna keep doing this part over here. So now we have our random generator number over here. And we also have this random value that we got with our clock cycle from the every time we start our console or our Atari 2600. Gonna have a random value on the clock over there. And what I want to do is pretty much just create a small, get this value over here and decide who's going to start with the ball. So to do that, so it's going to use this random generator over here, this random number to decide that. So you're going to do branch or minus. So the highest bit, if it's a 1, it's going to do this. So let's say P0. With ball. So if this is a negative number, we're gonna do a jump to subroutine. P1 starts with ball because here is branching to this other part over here. I'm gonna create that. It's gonna be pretty easy. Let's say P1 gets ball. I think it's a better number. Gets ball. Otherwise, let's do by 2C. 2C, so skip that part. And say P0 gets ball. So let's save this. And let's create some, let me come back here. Pseudo Number Random Generator. So that's what this is. Get pseudo number value. So let's come over here. Let's say P0. Let's just copy this. P0 gets ball. Over here. And that's pretty easy. All I'm doing is pretty much just changing the values for the ball position and velocity. So that's pretty easy. Gonna see X. Say ball X position. Ball X position. Well, how about set? Set ball X position. So load A with the value. I already have some values that I know I'm gonna use. I think it's 70. Start at shoe ball X. So start ball Y position. LDA, we're gonna do the quart size. Quart size, there it is. Start that shoe ball Y. Quart size, the highest position that we can have. And then we're gonna, let me copy this. Oh boy, I just want you to copy this. And we're gonna do the set ball velocity Y. Velocity Y. And are we doing? We wanted the ball to go. Actually, let's do X. We want the ball to go to the left, so that's FF -1, and store that to our ball velocity. Ball velocity X. My God. Come over here. Ball velocity X. And ball velocity Y. So ball velocity X and Y. And all that's set. So return from subroutine. So that's ball X. And I'm gonna do the same thing for player 1 gets ball. The only difference here is gonna be a few random difference over here. So this is gonna be 85. I tried out those values. That's why I have those here. I can still tweak them. I don't find them to be perfect, but they're good enough for now. And the only difference now is going to be this is going to come over here. This is going to be 1. So this is for the Y. So this is going negative. This is for the X. All right. So let me assemble. So let me close this. This is gonna close and open it again all the time. So that's when you player 1, still player 1. It's gonna do multiple attempts here. Actually, let me check this. And let me just comment this out. Just check if it is working. So this is value, this is a negative number, so it does begin with player 0. And here it is when you player 1, which it did seem like it's going to player, well now it's going to player 1 again. So I'm just opening and starting a different one. So now it's always going to player 1 instead of player 0. And if I come over here, on minus, once you player 0, this is 0, so once you player 1, so it seems to be working. It did seem like it's going to one player more than the other, so it's like I have to try it out, but I think it's good. And let me just comment over here. Start initial clock value to random as its starting seed. Check which player gets the ball based on random value. So there it is. Let's see if I pick this. All right, so it's already 20-minute mark, and I'm gonna end the video at that. In the next video, I'm going to work with. I'm thinking of adding some kind of super or ultra move to this game. So that's pretty much gonna be it. And in the next video, I'll be doing that. And you guys, if you guys been liking the video, hit that subscribe button if you like. If you don't, that's fine too. But that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.